Okay, we should be live. Good evening, everybody. This is Kevin, and welcome to episode 1 of Ranting and Raving with Kevin Live, where we're going to go through some of the gaming news of the week, talk about it, do some reactions to trailers and whatnot, maybe some other videos as well, and just talk to everybody in the chat. So, for those who joined last week, you probably remember I did an impromptu stream, which is why I called that one episode 0 and this one's episode 1. And it really did feel good to get back in the groove of live streaming again. And as I explained last week, I just don't want to do Let's Plays right now because I'm just busy with work. I've been working 6 days a week for a while, and I can only really stream one day a week, which would be Saturday night. So this is what it's going to be for now on, until I can do Let's Plays again. So, hope you guys enjoy. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Sarah. Welcome, Justin. Welcome, Komanga. How are you all doing today? It's good to see you all in the chat. How is your week going? I've actually been playing through Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. And I gotta say, I Let's Play Final Fantasy 1 and 2, the Pixel Remasters, but obviously I've played through the other ones now. That is the way to go, playing those games. Like, if you're a Final Fantasy fan and you played, the newer games, and it's like, okay, I want to go back and play the old, 1 through 6. And pretty much every game now, aside for the 13 trilogy, is available on either the Switch or the PS4 and PS5. So, there's really no excuse. The Pixel Remasters do a good job with, I guess giving you cheats, because you can turn off random encounters, and that's helpful for you did enough grinding and you just want to get the treasure chest and get to the end of the dungeon. You can do the boost so you get more experience and gil, so it's pretty helpful. Hey, what's up, Austin? Welcome to the stream, man. I haven't seen you in a while, but I haven't streamed in a while, so that's why. How's it going, man? Justin, currently on the stationary bike, so I won't be chatting much for the next 40 minutes or so. That's all good. Well, thanks for listening. So, yeah, I have a few things to talk about. I don't know, do you guys in the chat want to direct me in which way I should go? Because there's a number of things, obviously. There's the Stellar Blade stuff, which that's sort of back and forth, but we'll talk about it. Because there's kind of some false advertising there with the whole uncensored and what really got censored, and is it really a big deal, and what's going on? And almost the AstroTurf of that game. How, the Culture Warriors just putting themselves into it to try and sell more copies. And I don't even know how well it sold. Did it sell 1 million copies yet? Usually these companies will tell you, oh, it sold 1 million copies in its first week or whatever. Which Final Fantasy VII Rebirth still hasn't done. Let's see. Stellar Blade current progress hints at 1 million sales. What does that even mean? I'll put this headline here. We'll look at this in a minute. But how's it going, Steve? Welcome. Hello. Komanga, all is well. I've been playing Skyrim. Skyrim? What system are you playing it on? Because I know Skyrim has been re-released and remastered all over the place. I played it on the PS3 back in the day. But it's even on the Switch now, and PS4, PS5, Xbox, it's everywhere. Sarah says, hey Justin, I've been enjoying your videos. I'd love to see a video of your comic book collection. It's got to be massive. Oh, I'm sure it is. Austin, good, just trying to improve my artwork, nothing too special. Well, that's good, just keep practicing, man. Your artwork has definitely improved since the 2-3 years I've known you now. So, there's that. Justin, most in storage. A video will be hard. Komanga, Stellar Babe. Yeah, we'll talk about that. It's interesting. I've watched a number of reviews of Stellar Blade now. In particular, Synthetic Man, who just posted his review the other day. And what I found so interesting about his review is him and Happy Console Gamer both praise the game for very similar reasons, which it's just funny coming from two different ends of the spectrum, where you have Synthetic Man is pretty critical on things, and Happy Console Gamer, I like the dude. I think Johnny's great. He's been on YouTube a long time, but I don't know, some people call him a shill. He loved The Last of Us too, but I think he's just overly optimistic, which is a good thing to be every once in a while. How's it going, KM115? Hello there, Kevin. How's it going, man? Sarah, oh, too bad. The PS4, Justin, I could do separate videos, one for DC, one for Marvel, etc. I actually mostly collect trades, so there isn't many single issues. Yeah, trades are the way to go. And how's the music, guys? I tried that with the stream last week, having background music. I thought it was a little quiet in the last stream, so I turned it up a little. Just let me know if it's too loud or if it's just right. So anyway, the things to talk about, which I have written down here, there's the stuff with Stellar Blade. There's the news surrounding the Kingdom Hearts live action, which... that, I don't even know, because it's rumored, and we don't really... do we have a source for it? I have an article here. We're going to look at that in a second. And it's going to be like a live-action CGI hybrid. So is Sora going to be a real actor? It's just going to be Uncanny Valley. I'm not too sure. Well, I know how I feel about it. I don't want it. I want, like, a Kingdom Hearts... I'd be fine if they did a Kingdom Hearts animated movie in the way Kingdom Hearts looks in the actual games. Justin, I don't think he actually beat a lot of the games before reviewing them. Yeah, Happy Console Gamer. Yeah, he said in the Stellar Blade review he only played a couple hours of it, so it's an impressions. That's the thing with reviewing, that a lot of these guys who get review codes, they don't give you enough time to beat the game. They give you the review code a week before the game releases, so a lot of these reviews are very misleading when they should be like, oh, here's my impressions 10 hours into the game, but, you know, they have to do review in the title. So, I thought it was funny, too, just when I was getting ready to go live, my boy Synthetic Man and Eric Landon RPG started their streams, so you gotta love that. Anyway, where do you guys want to start? I guess we'll start with the Kingdom Hearts movie, so let me, let's do that. This is from comicbook.com/gaming news. Upcoming Kingdom Hearts movie rumored to be live-action CGI hybrid. And this is from May 3rd. So it's from yesterday, actually. I heard this news earlier in the week. The Kingdom Hearts movie is reportedly taking cues from Space Jam and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Recently, rumors have been swirling about a new Kingdom Hearts adaptation. At first, the claim was that the team at Square Enix was working on either a TV series or movie, but a recent rumor clarified that it's a film that's in the works. That said, even that rumor makes it clear that nothing has been greenlit, but Disney is developing an animated Kingdom Hearts movie. The last part is important because a new rumor has further clarified the format this rumored Kingdom Hearts movie will take. Fans of films like Space Jam and Who Framed Roger Rabbit should be very excited. No! No one should be excited about this. Are you kidding me? Before hopping into the meat of this rumor, it's important to remember this is far from official. Yeah, it's a leak. So it's from this guy on Twitter. Is this a link to it? No, we're not going to go. We're not going. That's to Reddit. We're not going to Reddit. Fuck that. Who was the account behind the first rumor that kicked this whole thing off. Until Disney or Square Enix announced something official, you'll want to take this with a massive grain. So this is all speculation anyway. That said, it's important to note that other leakers have come forward to collaborate parts of the guy's original post, so there's definitely something brewing here. Yeah, they've been talking about an animated series, I think, on Disney Plus ever since Disney Plus has existed. The new addition to the rumor is that the Kingdom Hearts film will use a hybrid of live action and CGI to tell its story. It's fucking... that's terrible. Like, I mean, really, are any of you guys excited? I'll look at the chat in a sec. Obviously, at this stage, it's impossible to know the exact form that will take. The team may use real-life actors for the Final Fantasy characters. Let's hear that. Who would you cast for, like, Squall, Cloud, Aerith, Yuffie, the other characters who show up? Oh, I lost my spot. Final Fantasy characters. Or it might only use those actors for certain Disney properties. For example, something like Pirates of the being is in the movie, Disney might bring in the live-action act. I highly doubt it. Again, we can't do much more than guess at this stage, but there are a few avenues Disney and Square Enix could take with the project. Alright, I think that's the end of the article. Here's Kingdom Hearts 4. What are they going to speculate about that? Because we don't even know. There was a trailer from last year. While the Kingdom Hearts film project is undoubtedly exciting, most fans are looking forward to the eventual release of Kingdom Hearts 4. Fortunately, we recently received a new leak about the game, though again, you'll have to take this with skepticism. Kingdom Hearts 4 was originally revealed 2 years ago. New rumors claim it'll be out in 2025. I hear the 4th game will release next year on his Patreon. Wait a minute, we're paying this guy on Patreon to give leaks? Are you fucking kidding me? That's not much to go on. But it does give us potential timetable for Kingdom Hearts 4's release. If Square Enix is planning to launch Kingdom Hearts 4 next year, we'll likely start to hear more about it later this year. Most likely the hype will kick up in the fall, though. Square might elect to drop something in the summer. Alright, well, I don't know. I'm not excited for a Kingdom Hearts movie whatsoever. But again, if you guys are, let me know. So, where do we leave off? And what should I even do about when I'm reading the chat? I think I'll just go back to the Xanarkin image, just because they'll be like, double vision. So let me get caught up here. Yeah, Steve says, terrible idea. Justin, the best we could hope for is it'll be as good as Pokemon Detective Pikachu. Pokemon Detective Pikachu was pretty good. I did enjoy that movie. I thought it was good. Sarah, I like watching Synthetic Man streams, but I hate Breakers. Yeah, he's doing the chill stream right now. Yeah, Synthetic Man's great. I like the dude. Justin, fuck. Steve, taking cues from Space Jam. Jesus Christ. Komanga. Space Jam and Roger Rabbit. Disney. Justin, Roger Rabbit is good, and the first Space Jam is pretty good. I mean, with Michael Jordan, they fucked it up making a sequel years later with LeBron. I haven't seen it, but, Michael Jordan, people who don't even like basketball know who Michael Jordan is, and I mean, we know who LeBron is, obviously, but fuck LeBron, and fuck Space Jam, too. Oh, I remember the Outrage channels years ago, they were flipping out because they, didn't they wokenize it too, some of the characters? I think they did. Oh no. They could... Oh, the chat is bouncing around on me. They could be fishing to see if there would be interest for a movie. Komanga sounds like they're going the comedy route. Steve, I wish I could unlearn this news. Justin, this would have been a good idea a decade ago, not now. I know, and the actors... Haley Joel Osment, I don't know if you guys are aware, but he was a child actor years ago. And if you see him now, I mean, he doesn't look like Sora. He's a bigger man. He has a beard. I mean, he doesn't look like Sora. It wouldn't fly. So, who would they cast as Sora? I'm sorry I'm going to say this, but knowing modern Hollywood, they would probably cast Tom Holland as Sora. That's just... Or Timothy Chalamet. They'll cast him. That's Sora. Hey, what's up, Cyrus? How's it going? Bruh. What are you bruhing for? Bruh. Sarah, best case scenario, it might look like the Speed Racer movie. Austin, I like that dude too. Which dude? Justin, the thing is, you could tell the people behind Detective Pikachu had passion for Pokemon. Do the people working this even know what Kingdom Hearts is? Yeah, that's the thing. And that's what I've sort of argued with people a lot. Okay, Disney, we know is going woke. And I guess Square Enix is... Everyone's fucking woke now. Okay, that's just a fact. In some form or another, it's just varying degrees of it. But I mean, Kingdom Hearts, I feel, has always been more of a Square Enix thing than a Disney thing. That's Nomura's baby, okay? If it wasn't for Tetsuya Nomura, we wouldn't have Kingdom Hearts. And, yeah, I don't think, does Bob Iger, does he know who Disney is? I mean, Disney probably sells Kingdom Hearts merch, but, or Square sells it. Who even knows? If we're lucky, they would cast Tom Holland. That's the thing, too. I saw, because people were saying that it's going to be woke, because Disney's involved. And then you have like the other people who are against the woke, which I kind of fit in the middle at this point, because some people say everything's woke and it's annoying, but it is true in a lot of ways. And people were like, I don't even know what woke means. And one of the comments I saw was like, okay, let me explain it for you. Woke is, you know, recasting Sora as a black kid and running around the hood and doing things like that. That's woke. And that's what they would do. It's just taking it a little extreme. But, you know, that's to dumb it down to people. Steve Kyrie is from Digimon. Kyrie is a redhead, so they'd cast a black woman. Yeah, that's woke. KM says, yo, Cyrus, come on, get Cyrus in the house. Austin, Synthetic Man, I like it. Yeah, Synthetic Man is cool. We're fans of the Synthels over here. Anyway, should we take a look at this? As we were just talking about Stellar Blade, I did find this article. This is from techforgamers.com from April 28th. So that's like a week ago. Stellar Blade current progress hints at 1 million sales in 24 hours. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, what does that even mean? Stellar Blade has been a huge hit. The game is currently the top-selling PS5 release in multiple regions. At this rate, it could be on track to selling 1 million copies on its first day in the market. How come Stellar Blade... Oh shit, Zubitech! Wait a minute. But here's my question. How come Stellar Blade on their official Twitter or their press release, how come they didn't put out a comment saying, oh, we're happy to announce we sold 1 million copies? Final Fantasy VII Rebirth still hasn't done that. They haven't said we sold 1 million or whatever. And as far as I can tell, Final Fantasy 16 announced that, you know, in the summer they sold, I think, 3 or 3.5 million copies in the first week. And then silence. So it hasn't sold more? Like, Square always loves bragging about its sales, and I feel like I haven't seen it lately. Anyway, Stellar Blade has received a great reception. This is Tech for Gamers. Oh, should we check that out? I'll open a new tab, but we'll see. From the fans and the audience alike, the title is flying off shelves and selling like hotcakes on the digital store. This guy's writing. The performance has set the stage for 1 million sales within 24 hours. Why it matters. Selling 1 million units during the first day would be considered a massive success for a new IP. Very true. This is their first console game. Shift Up is most famous for the Goddess of Victory Nike, which is a gacha game with waifus, and that's basically all the game is. Which is why Eve looks the way she does, but, you know. Shift Up is also new to console gaming, adding further success if the scenario ends up coming to fruition. Alright, Zubitech. This is my friend Game Night's good friend, Zubitech. His Twitter is a wreck. So what is going on in this tweet? Should we go to the Twitter? Or X? So this is a guy who puts all his time. He has a check mark, so he does make money off these views. Doing these graphics. Like, okay, that's the Amazon. Alright, so it's selling well on Amazon. Against things. I can't really see that, though. I gotta open a new tab and, like, zoom in here, because I can't find... What's that second game? Uncharted Legacy of Thieves? Horizon? Alright, I mean, is this really a big deal? Like, what are these other fucking games? Wait, this isn't even in America, because that's not the rating. Is that the European rating? I don't know. Zubitech is the best. This guy, let's take a look at his Twitter real quick, because he's fucking nuts. This guy's crazy. Just buy a PS5. I have a PS5. I've owned a PS5 since December, and I haven't played a single PS5 exclusive game. So, no, don't buy a PS5. I've had enough of that. I'm going to have like an aneurysm looking at it. Okay, so supposedly it sold 1 million copies, but Shift Up hasn't announced it. Shift Up has yet to... Yeah, they haven't announced the sales. Zubitech points out that Stellar Blade is selling well in more than one region. According to users' findings, the game is topping Amazon charts in regions like the US, UK, Canada, Germany, and more. When put together, the game has likely sold impressive sales day one. Moreover, it's the best-selling title on the digital store ahead of launch. Well, it had a demo, too. I don't know if that factors into it. Oh, yeah, the petition. We'll talk about that. However, certain users began refunding the digital purchase. A petition has gained traction. Blah, blah, blah. I don't really care much for the rest of this article. But there you have it. What else is going on here? I see Cyrus is talking now. Yeah, I'm going to keep changing back here because I haven't really figured out how to get the chat working so it's not delayed, and I think that works better. Komaga Kingdom Hoods! Justin, I actually bought some Digimon fan art from an indie artist at the LCS today. Oh, that's cool. What kind of art in particular? Like, which Digimon? What's up, Cyrus? I missed these streams. How you doing, Kev? Zuby Tech, his Twitter is a wreck. Yes, you know. Yeah, I missed the streams too, man. I talked about that briefly at the start here. But last week, you were here last week. I did my impromptu stream. And I just been really busy, so I can only really stream one day a week. And we'll do this for a while, for as long as need be. And I would like to get to Let's Plays again. Just not right now. Komanga X marks the spot. Justin, currently playing a PS5 game, but it's not an exclusive. Komanga's just laughing. Austin, a little American history lesson. Woke has been a thing since the 50s with black jazz told other people they need to be awoke for their oppression. I mean, yeah, woke has just gone by different names through the years. Justin has Agumon Digiline in it. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so that's some of the Stellar Blade stuff. There was some other news about censorship. Which, although, since we're still talking about Stellar Blade, I do want to bring this up. There's a couple of things. Let me get these tabs ready to go. I have a couple of things, and we're going to go to X to see it. I just gotta mute this real quick. We'll be reacting to some images here. Alright. So, this was the post, and this is why people are getting so worked up about the censorship and everything like that. This is from Stellar Blade's official Twitter page from April 21st. So that's a couple days before the game release. You see it's got 1.5 million views, all these other engagements. And it says Stellar Blade... Let's see, it's in Korean. Let's translate it. But it says Stellar Blade offers the same uncensored version in all countries, including the Japanese version. So they were really hyping this up. And look at, they have like the blurry pixelated image. And then when the game finally does come out, I mean, let's just be honest here. They did censor some things. They had the one thing that was going around, the one outfit where, you know, it's like a bathing suit. And instead of showing the cleavage, they have like this undershirt, this mesh there to cover it up. And I think there was maybe another outfit that was similar to that. But they also censored, there's video footage that people put together of gameplay from the demo as opposed to the real game. And in the demo, it's more bloody and gory, killing the enemies, as opposed to the real game where it's less bloody and gory. And, you know, I don't even really care because I still think, like, one of the main selling points of the game is basically it's a new version of Nier Automata. You have this sexy hot chick you run around as, you kill monsters. Very similar music to Nier Automata. But at the end of the day, it's like, this is a rated M game, so why are we censoring stuff to begin with? Like, it just seems kind of ridiculous. This is a game that isn't for children. And if we need to do more ratings now to do, like, you know, 21 plus or you know, because rated M for mature, that's 17 plus. So do we need to do like an 18 plus rating or a 21 plus rating? Like, what do we need to do? That the game's rated M for mature and you can't show a little titty? I mean, like, is that really such a problem? So I do understand people where they're coming from, the whole censorship. especially going back to this post here where they're bragging it uncensored in all countries, and they're doing like this, oh yeah, look at, you know. So to cover up the cleavage, it's like, this is a fucking rated M game. I don't blame people for getting all upset about it, but at the end of the day, I mean, the chick is still hot, so, you know, there's that. So, I don't know. What do you guys think of all that? What do you think? That's my little rant there. Steve, I got some amazing Digimon shirts online. One has Agumon and War Greymon. The other has Tentamon and Hercules Kabuterimon. Komanga rated M for chuds. And KM because it's weeb stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it just like the persecution of weeb shit. And I just don't get it because, like I said, it's rated M. And I don't really mind, like, to me, I'm not obviously playing the game right now or going to buy it anytime soon, but I would like to play it. And that doesn't really say, oh, I'm not going to buy the game now because they censored a couple outfits or whatever. But I understand why it does bother people. And that's my argument here, is the game is rated fucking M. I can understand if you know, if the game is rated T and they gotta censor some things around. But it's rated M, and there's blood and guts. You're fighting giant alien monsters. There's blood and guts everywhere. Like, what's the fucking problem? It's very bizarre. It's such a double standard. I know everyone brings up Baldur's Gate 3 and having sex with a bear and all this stuff. That is kind of played out, but it's true. Like Grand Theft Auto. That game's going to be rated M. When Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, that's going to be rated M. You're going to be able to get strippers and do all this crazy shit in that game. And that'll be just fine. So it is a double standard. So it's just fucking bullshit. Anyway. And with the same vein there. And let me know if you guys want me to do a reaction video to one of our good friends. I guess I have to prepare the next tab. There's some more Stellar Blade stuff. I don't really know if you want to show it, though, because it's just, I don't know. Maybe we'll think about it. So, going in line with our next news story, continuing with the censorship, this came out. This is of Tsukihime, A Piece of Bluegrass. This is a visual novel from Type Moon, the same people behind Fate Stay Night. Again, another game rated M for mature. But look at how bizarre this is. Notice, this is from the Tsukihime Twitter account. This is from yesterday. Again, look all the... This is from yesterday. It got even more views than Stellar Blade. This is a visual novel that was only in Japan for many years, and is just now getting a translation. But it says, notice regarding the English release of Tsukihime, A Piece of Bluegrass Moon. Due to differing platform publishing policies, the art book included in the physical limited edition for PlayStation 4 will be printed with graphic modifications to 2 pages, while the art book included in the physical limited edition of Nintendo Switch will be printed without modifications. Despite these adjustments to the PlayStation 4 art book, the game will remain unaltered for both the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your support of Tsukihime, A Piece of Bluegrass Moon. So this is, again, another rated M for mature game, visual novel from Fate Stay Night. I can't show you the image because it's naked. That's why it's censored. But why is the PlayStation... And I know, I understand it. It's the art book. Okay, so the game is going to have the titty in it if you're so inclined. But why would the art book for the PlayStation 4 one need to be removed while the Nintendo Switch one is remaining as is? And diving even deeper to this is from Aniplex, which is a company owned by Sony. It's like a subsidiary of Sony. And Sony is censoring their own product while the Switch version is fine. And again, this is an old visual novel that's just now getting English release. And I don't get it. I can't. You can look up the image on your own if you're interested. I can't show it on a YouTube live stream because it's naked. It's a naked woman. But it's rated M for mature. So if someone wants to play the game, like, why are you removing it? It's just fucking weird. And our friend Yellow Flash did a video on it. Sony hates anime. I haven't even watched this, but it says Sony hates anime girls. Sony brings the hammer down on anime girls. Censors Tsukihime right after Stellar Blade Backlash. So I wonder if we should watch this. Let me know if you guys want to see. Because Yellow Flash probably has no idea what Tsukihime is. I've heard of it. It's from Type Moon. It's from the same people who did Fate Stay Night, but I've never read the visual novel, obviously. I would like to, but hearing that, it just kind of rubs me the wrong way. If I'm going to buy it, I guess I'll have to buy it on the Switch. Anyway. So let me go to chat and see. Austin, now it's Rained W for Wumbo. Steve M for Mini. KM, look at the old God of War games. They had full nudity. Yup. Sarah, it's amazing that this game is controversial and no one bats an eye at Outlast Trials, which is utterly disgusting. Komanga, I have mixed feelings, but the censorships are baffling for... That's my point, man. It's... If you go to GameStop and you're like, if you're under, 17, 18, they shouldn't sell you, I mean, maybe someone will sell you the game, but they shouldn't sell you the game. And I don't know, I highly doubt any like 10-year-old is gonna go and buy Tsukihime. Maybe they'll buy Stellar Blade, but I don't know. Justin, how old is the girl? That could be why. They're high schoolers. And, okay. Before I go any further, let me just also clarify. In Fate Stay Night, there's nude scenes there, too. But it is what it is. It's the Japanese do their weird shit, and... I don't know. Cyrus, Sony is literally emulating Nintendo from the 90s. KM, Sony are scared of anime taking over AAA movies. Cyrus, I've heard of it, but don't really know why, aside from the visual novels. Komanga, oh, how Sony changed the PS2 days are like a dream compared to the... Yeah, man. Alright, so that's the thing, too, that I wanted to mention about the reviews between the Happy Console Gamer and Synthetic Man's Stellar Blade videos. They both mentioned that Stellar Blade feels like a game from the PS2 era. And that gets me excited to eventually play it, because Eric Landon, he also said similar things when he reviewed Soul Hackers 2 and Star Ocean the Divine Force, which I played Star Ocean the Divine Force, and yeah, it does feel like a PS2 game to certain degrees. And look, I'm not one to play crazy graphic games. I'm perfectly fine with PS2 games. So yeah, we need to go back. And Justin, yeah, Australia has laws against it. Well, Australia should make their own copy and sell it that way. And us Americans, what happened to America? Well, you're not an American. What happened to Canada? What happened to America? Why can't we get what we want, So anyway, do we want to watch the Yellow Flash video? It's 8 minutes long. We can react to that and just hear his take, or should we just say fuck it? Because I always found it funny how Yellow Flash pronounced Asuka's name Asuka. That always made me laugh. And there's a recommended video of Helldivers too. So for those unfamiliar with Helldivers 2, I don't really know much about it, but it's an online multiplayer game. And I believe it was exclusive to either PC or Xbox, or both. But now they're getting cross-platform play, collaborating with Sony, PS4 and PS5. And to continue playing, if you're a gamer on PC or Xbox, you have your PC or your Xbox account, but to continue playing, you need to create a PSN account. And everyone's getting pissed off about it, which I don't blame them, because how many accounts do we need? Like, oh, you gotta make an account for this, make an account for that, enough is enough. And I understand, because look, I'm a PlayStation gamer. I've never owned an Xbox in my life. If I had to make an Xbox account, fuck that. I'm not making an Xbox account. I have a PlayStation account. So, I totally understand where people were coming from. And I saw it was like the CEO or one of the marketing people with Helldivers, one of the people in charge there, who responded to these people saying, oh, you're 5 minutes of complaining. You can spend the 5 minutes and make an account. Like, fuck you. I'm not making an account. Unbelievable. Steve, okay. Austin, in all fairness, fuck Australia. Komaga, oh Canada. KM, I play on PC now, so I don't deal with censorship crap. Yeah, you can get all sorts of mods and work around it. Though with Stellar Blade, Nuke is actually playing it, and if you don't connect to the internet when you play the game and you don't do the patch, you can have the uncensored outfits. And also, you know, see Hard R shop. You know, like, what was that? I highly doubt that was intentional. You know, it's just like graffiti, and it was in an inconvenient place, and it got everyone all riled up. I mean, come on. The best is I was listening to Eric Landon's Q&A stream about that, because they were talking about the censored outfits and stuff, and other people were commenting about, you know, Hard R shop, and he's, what does that mean? And they're like, we can't tell you. We have to, and they're all trying to explain it in as vague as possible because you can't say, you know. And he's like, I have no fucking idea what you guys are talking about. It must be an American thing. I live in Mexico. And it was so funny because it's true. Like, us Americans have all these strange, bizarre problems that we've concocted in our head about, oh, you can't say that, you can't say this, because we'll all get in trouble. And it was just funny listening to his reaction, like, oh, it must be an American thing. Oh, it is. It certainly is. Unbelievable. Komanga, PlayStation wants to collect their data, hard rated R. Yup. Everyone's just collecting all our data. They're collecting your data as you're watching this stream. So I have a cringe video for you if you guys want to see that. Because no one really responded. We're not going to watch Yellow Flash. That's okay. But today is May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Before I show the video, let's talk a little bit about Star Wars. Because I grew up with Star Wars, as I'm sure many of you did too. And I have fond memories of Star Wars. I saw all the prequel movies in the theaters. The Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith. I love the prequel movies, and I think it is dependent on what you grow up with. Like, the boomers who grew up with the original trilogy hated the prequels. I never hated the prequels at all. And I love the Clone Wars cartoons, both the one that Tartakovsky did, the guy who was behind Samurai Jack. He did one. I remember the first season they had really short, like 5-minute episodes, and then they went on to do 20-minute episodes. That was great. And then they did the CGI Clone Wars with Dave Filoni, who I think is still there. He's like the head guy in Lucasfilm now, doing the stories at least. And that was good. And I even enjoyed, they did the final season, which the final season was done, but it was just unreleased because Clone Wars, when it was airing on TV, it was on Cartoon Network. But that was around the time when, you know, cable started to be, it's not really phased out because cable's still around, but that's when streaming got really popular because they put some of the last seasons on Netflix, and then they had like the lost episodes or whatever, and they tied it all into the ending of Revenge of the Sith. Like, they had the Order 66 there. So yeah, I really, and of course I love the original trilogy, but I grew up with the prequels, and I love the Clone Wars cartoons. And I think, like most people, I liked Force Awakens. When I first saw it, I mean, I think a lot of people were hyped for it. I enjoyed that. I also enjoyed Rogue One. But then the other movies fucking sucked. And I never even saw the last Star Wars movie. What was that even called? Episode 9? I never even saw it. And I never saw, What, did they do another? Yeah, Solo, right? I never saw that. I saw the first season of The Mandalorian, which was, it was okay. So that's really how I feel about Star Wars. Star Wars used to be one of my favorites, but it just... everything woke goes to shit. And it was just bizarre to me. Like, they got this big acquisition all those years ago. You know, Disney buying Star Wars. And they had no plan. Like, they just made one movie. Like, they should have had one director do the whole fucking trilogy of movies and have a whole thought process before moving on. And they scrapped all the ideas. Then they had the unfortunate death of Carrie Fisher. So it was just a mess. And I don't know. Like, are they going to go forward with the new characters they brought in? And the problem, too, is there's so much great source material with the Legends books and even some of the comics. It's all down the tubes. So, but you can look back fondly and remember the prequels. Steve, I saw Revenge of the Sith when I was 10. I've never seen any of the sequel trilogy movies. Never? Not even, like, the first one? And Justin, Star Wars is dead to me. There's only Rebel Moon and Dune now. We need more space operas, but they're too expensive to make. Komanga, Star Wars Outlaws has got people mad. Oh, yeah, we should look at that, too. The price of Star Wars Outlaws. I saw that. How goddamn expensive it is. Oh, it's from Ubisoft. Oh, there's your answer. I don't even need to tell you anymore. It's from fucking Ubisoft. We'll look at that. But before I go any further, I do want to show you... and I try not to get political on this channel anymore because I've gotten in trouble in the past. But I do think we can get away with this because it is appropriate for May the 4th be with you. And we have our dear president here. Our friend President Biden, who, all this chaos going around in this country, like every fucking day, but this man has time to do this video. He says, we had a very good feeling about this. May the 4th be with you, America. And this is a video, a 10-second video. Okay? In the Oval Office.
May the 4th be with you.
Oh, shit. There was kind of like a weird delay there. But look, he sounds like he needs to clear your throat, old Joe.
May the 4th be with you. Always.
Like, what the fuck, man? May the 4th... This fucking guy, we have all this shit going on in this country, and he's here, he needs to clear his throat, he needs a lozenger, hanging with Mark Hamill in the White House. He sounds like he's dying. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you.
And look at how cringe Mark Hamill is. What the fuck? How much money did the White House pay you to show up here to start shilling for Joey? I mean, unfucking believable. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy, man. I saw that today. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? It's just unreal. Alright, let's get the music back on. Oh, here's Final Fantasy X music. There we go. Komanga, be soft. Joe, didn't Joey sound like he needed to clear his throat? Like, what the hell, man? I know he's like 80 years old, but come on, Joey. Cyrus, did he do the Biden blast? No, after that he had to take a nap. He was tired. Steve, I bet he has no idea what Star Wars is. Justin, what the fuck? Go manga any day now, Justin. I'll never be able to watch the first Guyver movie ever again. Oh, man. So, you know, we had to show that for May the 4th be with you. Komanga brought up Star Wars Outlaws, so let's take a look right now on the website on Ubisoft. Which, you know, the designs aren't even that good. Like, Star Wars used to have so many cool designs. And, I guess the robot looks okay. But they take the most generic-looking woman. Like, this is a literal Karen they have here. Alright, Karen, we need you for a minute to come on from the cul-de-sac and get in this game here with, you know, some alien. No, I thought that was the Millennium Falcon. That's not. Those are TIE fighters, though. Alright, this is August 2024. One of the most... Alright, so here's your sources. From IGN, NPR, which my tax dollars pay for NPR. My tax dollars paid for them to say this. One of the most anticipated games of 2024. And Game Informer. If you're willing to take the risk, the galaxy is full of opportunity. Experience the first ever open world Star Wars game. Well, weren't the Knights of the Old Republic games kind of open world? Like, they're MMORPGs, aren't they kind of open world? Set between... Oh, okay. Between the events of Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Explore distinct locations across the galaxy, both iconic and new. Risk it all as Kay Vess. Is that the girl? A scoundrel seeking freedom and the means to start a new life along with her companion, Nyx. Fight, steal, and outwit your way... Excuse me. Through the galaxy's crime syndicates as you join the galaxy's most wanted. Alright. Explore an open world of new and iconic locations. Experience an original scoundrel story. Oh shit, there's Greedo! Like, back off, Greedo! You were shot by Han! How are you still alive? You were killed in A New Hope! Embark on high... Oh, so stealth shit. How'd that go over in Spider-Man? Engage in dogfights as you travel the Outer Rim. The ship looks terrible. It's just like a rectangle. There's no personality to it. Pre-order bonus. Oh, you get a cosmetic. I mean, every game gives you a pre-order bonus though, so let's not rag on it too much. Season pass. So this is the DLC with Jabba. All right, here's the characters. K-Vez, Nyx, ND5. It kind of looks like a droid from Attack of the Clones. Yeah, it is! Wow, it's a BX Commando droid from Clone Wars. Oh, okay. So she, like, reprogrammed it? Alright, I don't know if I want to hit that. But I just want to see if I can show you the prices. Yeah, here. Look at this shit. A monthly thing. Look, this is how fucking unreal this is. All right, so we know the base games now. They're $69.99. That's a PS5 game. Fair enough. That's the price. All right. So the gold edition is $110. You get the game, pre-order bonus. What's that? All right, the cosmetic, 3-day early access. So you get it 3 days before the official launch. And the season pass, that's Jabba and the Kessel Run. What even is that? Alright, come on, music. Play. Hold on, gotta get the music going. Alright. Alright, so there's that. So that's $110. Ultimate Edition is $129. And you get Rogue Bundle, cosmetics, so you get fucking outfits. Back in my day, you unlock the outfits by playing the games, and you know, if you got here, they gave you a new outfit. You got this. Now you gotta pay for the outfits. Back in my day, more cosmetics. A digital art book, or you can pay $17.99 a month. What the fuck? Unfucking believable, man. Unfucking believable. Well, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Konami's taking miracle drugs to keep him alive. He really is. They give him uppers. You can tell when he does a speech, he's like, oh, I'm all full of energy. And then you just saw that video. He just mumbled his way through it. So they do give him drugs. That much is spoken for. Komanga, LOL, Justin, they sort of were. Yeah, the KOTOR games, I mean, they're kind of open world. KM, if it's a Ubisoft game, there's 5% chance it'll be good. Not anymore. Like, none of the Ubisoft games are any good. Komanga, explore an open world. K-Vess, Steve, Karen Vess. KM, I can buy Daybreak 2 times of that. Yeah, or you just buy 2 better games than Star Wars. Komanga, $17.99 a month. What? Justin, it's Star Wars, so you know my answer. Yeah, if you guys are interested in like a space game, can I recommend Star Ocean? Any of them. You can play any on the PS4 and maybe even the Switch. Well, no, not the Switch, because Divine Force, the Switch can't handle that. But on the PS4 or PS5, you can play every Star Ocean game. They've released, remasters, either digitally or remakes or physical copies. Strongly recommend. So that's Star Wars. We got Final Fantasy theme in the background. This is something I saw on 4chan earlier today, which we can take a look here, and you guys in the chat can let me know while we're listening to Terra's theme from Final Fantasy VI. But this is a thread I saw earlier, so I decided to bookmark it and talk about it here. And the question says, what is your favorite Final Fantasy game? And it's got 1 through 16 here. If you know me, take a guess what my favorite Final Fantasy game is. But this reached bump limit, so there's a lot of replies. And it's just interesting to see, some people obviously are trolling, but others are giving legitimate responses, and it is interesting to see how varied people's opinions are with Final Fantasy. Like our first reply here, good to know the only good Final Fantasy game doesn't belong in this shit picture, with our boy Jack Garland from Stranger Paradise. This guy says, see, is this a troll? Is 15 a lot of people's favorites? 9, 15, and 4. This guy doesn't like the 3D games. Top 5 are 5, 9, 10, 11, and 7. Everything after 12 doesn't exist. 8 is objectively the best. My favorite is 10. 10 is my favorite. 10. That's why I question the trolls with people saying 2. I actually do like 2. I think 2 is quite good, and it gets too much hate from everybody. Who's that? That's one of the images. Oh, that's from Final Fantasy 12. 10 and Tactics Advance. Yeah, the people saying 15 must be trolling. There's X stuff. I just beat Final Fantasy 5, and I actually have a review. So I should mention that too. You guys probably noticed I've been doing videos for the past few months, posting 1 video a week on Fridays, and that will keep going for, until I run out of videos, I guess. But I've played and beaten 4 East games now, and yesterday I posted my review of East 1. I beat East 2. I beat East 6, the Ark of Nepishtim, and I beat East, the Oath in Felghana. So all those videos are ready to go. And I've also beaten Final Fantasy 3, 4, 5, and I'm currently playing 6. So I have those videos. And Final Fantasy 5 is another one of the more underrated Final Fantasy games. X-Death, great villain. The party with Bart, Galuf, Kryl, Lena, Faris, great cast of characters, Gilgamesh. It's legitimately probably the funniest of all the Final Fantasy games I've played. Well, it still has some serious moments. And the job system. 5 is good. 5 is really underrated. This is what I wanted to see, because I did see these when I was scrolling through it earlier. The tier lists. 6 and 5. 7 and 9. Alright. I don't like seeing 8 all the way at the bottom, but, you know, it is what it is. So, yeah, we got some more tier lists. Yeah, interesting to see a lot of people say 5. And I just question if they're trolling or not, if they're serious. Because I just played through 5, and 5 is great. Some good stuff. Alright, that's enough of that. Let me see what you guys all think. While we're listening to some Kingdom Hearts music. Justin, Rogue Galaxy is the best space JRPG. Steve, still 10 for me. Komanga, Chaos. What's the, God, I almost have it memorized. It's on my channel. It's of the Emperor and Jack. Where the Emperor says, "This realm is now under my domain." And he starts talking shit, and then Jack goes, "I knew you'd start spouting bullshit the second I saw you. You've got the look." And he like winks at him. It's so good, man. Jack is the legend. KM, I've never played a Final Fantasy game. I feel like I'm missing out. You really are, man. Wow, I can't believe you never played a single Final Fantasy game. And you're into like JRPGs and stuff, but you know, it's never too late to start. And I recommend a lot of starting points, actually. Now that the Pixel remasters are so readily available, and you say you play on PC, so you can get them there, just get the first Final Fantasy game. It's like $10 on Steam, Pixel Remaster. Play the first, it's an old school game, but, you know, play the first one. My personal favorites are 10 and 8. 10 is great, man. It's my favorite. It's pretty beginner friendly. You could probably start with that one and enjoy it. 8, I love 8, but it's definitely not beginner friendly. It's got a wonky combat system, but it's a great game. Yeah, I guess I could recommend 7. Everyone loves 7. I'm not the biggest fan of 7, but I still like 7. 9, 6, if you like the pixel art, 6 definitely. 4, 5. Although 5 might be overwhelming if you're new because of the job system. Yeah. There's plenty of videos on YouTube of people with their recommendations. But those are my recommendations. I recommend 10, 1, 4, 1, 4, and 6 if you want, like, you don't mind the pixel, old school. 10 if you're more into like the PS2 era graphics. And, although I can't really recommend the later titles though, just because I never played 12, so I don't know if that's a good beginner point for you. I can't recommend 11 or 14 because they're MMOs. 15 I can't recommend as your first Final Fantasy game because it's just not really like any of the other ones. Neither is 16. And 7 Remake, you kind of need to play 7 because 7 Remake and 7 Rebirth are billed as remakes, but they're kind of like sequels in a convoluted way. You know? Justin could be noobs. Steve, Final Fantasy 9 is the best of the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies. Yeah, I mean, 8 is my favorite, but I can't argue if you're there. I prefer 8, but next on my list would be 9. It would go 8, 9, then 7 is my ranking of the PS1 games. Justin, Final Fantasy 15 is not bad. Better than 16. I still haven't played 16. I didn't hate 15. I really enjoyed 15 because I didn't play it at launch. I played the Royal Edition, which came with all the DLC. And I think it made things better. And I never understood the hate either. But that's sort of the thing with Final Fantasy. As the newer games come out, people look back on the old games. Because I remember when 13 came out. I played 13 when it first released. And everyone said, oh, it fucking sucks. I like 13. And then same with 15. Although I didn't play 15 at launch. And then same with 16. Although 16 is weird because you have the new Final Fantasy fans say it's the best thing ever. And then the old school Final Fantasy fans like, dude, this isn't a Final Fantasy game. This is Final Fantasy in name only. You know? And how's it going, Scorpio? Welcome to the stream, man. KM, I'm on my way to beat East 1. Well, have fun, man. I enjoyed East 1. really short game. It's like a 6-hour game, but a lot of fun. You gotta understand it's an old game. It's from 1987, but it's enjoyable. For what it is, it's very enjoyable. Justin, I'll play 5 after I play 4 sequel. Yeah, 4 has the interlude and the after years, which is cool. It's set like, I think 20 years, or maybe 15 years, 15 or 20 years after the events of 4. Komanga, Forspoken hurts Square a lot. Let's look up that, because Square announced something the other day. They announced something the other day that didn't sound very good. I gotta figure out what to type for the article. Alright, we'll go to PC Gamer. Yeah, they lost a lot of money and canceled projects. Steve, Final Fantasy X is probably the most accessible one. Well, if you have a modern console and PC, all the games are accessible now. It's so weird. On the PS4 and PS5, you can buy every Final Fantasy game, including 11 and 14, which you need to pay for the monthly membership too. But you can buy all of them except for the 13 trilogy. The 13 trilogy is the only mainline Final Fantasy games that aren't available on the PS4 or PS5. But they are available on Xbox, which is very strange, and PC. Justin, 7 is probably the easiest out of the PS1 Final Fantasy games. I would agree. Because 8, the combat's weird. And 9 has some challenging bosses and stuff. Yeah. KM, I'll check it out. And what's up, Scorpio? Welcome. Happy Star Wars Day. Yeah, we were talking about that a little early. I've been streaming for an hour, man, so I don't want to really repeat myself, but we were talking about, May the Fourth be with you, and goofing on Mark Hamill, and talking about some of the good in Star Wars. Like, what do you most remember about Star Wars, Scorpio? Because I would assume you're not a fan of the newer movies, and I grew up with the prequels. I enjoyed the prequels. I enjoyed the originals, too. So... let me skip this because I got copyright for this song last time. Some songs you can play without copyright, some that they'll strike you down. Oh, here's a good one. Steve, I love the 4 main characters in 15. Yeah, they're great, man. Noctis, Prompto, Ignis, Gladiolus. Good stuff. I still have some of their lines ingrained in my memory, like Ignis. Oh, that's it! I've come for a new recipe! Yep, of course. Komanga, Final Fantasy, Game of Thrones. Justin, I think it's 15 years. Okay, yeah, the end of 4 to the after years. Have you played it before? Because you have it on the PSP, the complete collection, right? They should make Final Fantasy game inspired by Dune or space operas in general. That'd be cool. PS3 too. Komanga, has anyone played Returnal? Oh yeah, of course. Final Fantasy 13 on the PS3 where it initially launched. Absolutely. I have not played Returnal. I don't. Well, I think it's a PS5 exclusive, isn't it? But I don't really know much else. Is it a shooter? Because you know me, I don't play shooters. Justin, I have Final Fantasy 13 1 and Returns on PS3. 2 I have on the 360. Scorpio, I saw the TV show The Clone Wars. Yeah, The Clone Wars is great, man. We were talking that earlier. I love the cartoon. Justin, they should have made more 15 spin-off games. That's such a tragic story because, let me tell you, the DLC with the Royal Edition really does make the game better. And they scrapped it. They had even more DLC planned that they scrapped. And, it's just unfortunate, because they did put a lot into that game. They have, a bunch of tie-ins. They had the anime. They had the Kingsglaive movie. And I think it sold well. Oh, is the AI listening? We have a Final Fantasy 13 song playing in the background now. Holy shit. I mean, it is in the playlist that I have, but still, it is kind of funny. The AI is listening to our conversations. Austin, I've been getting into reading books this year, and I have a desire to read the EU someday. Yeah, the extended universe of Star Wars. Some really good stuff there. Justin, not After Years. I heard about it from H.C. Bailey. Yeah, H.C. Bailey, one of the OG Let's Players on YouTube. He's been Let's Playing since like 2007. Still going strong. And I think 4 is actually his favorite of the Final Fantasy games. The Timothy Zahn books are supposed to be good. I've only read Heir to the Empire from him, but it was good. They should make a Kingsglaive game. Yeah, that would have been cool. Anyway, since we're talking about Square, I heard this news. This is earlier in the week. Let's take a look at this from PC Gamer. Square Enix announced it tanked $140 million in losses due to content abandonment, though there's no clue as to what's been dropped and where. What this means, and we're going to read the article as well, but what this means is games that were in development that they said, screw it, and they're not going to continue, and whatever they put into the games is just, they ate the money. In a continuation of Square Enix's promise to review its development process from scratch, the gaming giant best known for Final Fantasy announced it was expecting massive losses in a warning to investors yesterday. In light of the myriad changes underway in the environment surrounding its group, the statement reads, Square Enix plans to revise the group's approach to developing of high-definition games. Isn't that like what does that even mean? Or does that mean like AAA games? With the intention of being more selective and focused in the allocation of development resources. As a result of close examination of the group's development pipeline undertaken in keeping with its revised approach, the company expects to recognize approximately 21 billion yen, 140 million in content abandonment losses on its books for the fiscal year ending March 2024. While the statement itself doesn't reveal exactly what content has been left out to dry, we can apply some thorough speculation to the matter. In January of this year, the company's new CEO, Takashi Kiryu, said he'd like to ensure higher quality from each title by slimming down our lineup, specifically calling out the development of a wide variety of titles as splintering Square Enix resources. You know, I kind of agree. They should just focus on games like Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, Octopath Traveler, Star Ocean, whatever. Like the big names, as opposed to fucking Foam Stars. Which, did Foam Stars come out, or is that one of the games they hopefully cut? Where'd I leave off? Oh. As my fellow PC Gamer writer pointed out back then, the company's had a glut of not-so-great games that fit that particular bill in the past handful of years, ranging from games that showed some form of potential like Marvel's Event. Yeah, like, these games all flopped. Marvel's Avengers, Forspoken, and what even is Balan Wonderworld? And whatever the hell Symbiogenesis is. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Hold on a sec. I gotta redo this playlist because I got some of these songs with copyright last time. And that one's a no-go. Okay. Yes. Bizarre fascination of AI, NFT. Are we still talking about NFTs? Who gives a fuck? But I'm not crossing them that hard. Even if Square Enix keeps messing around with stuff on that side, 140 million. Write-off likely has more to do with its priorities for high-definition development, thinning out its state of mid-budget games that are unlikely to deliver big returns. In early April, the company replaced a veteran Dragon Quest producer, indicating it's taking a serious look at all its key game series are being handled. The decision could also be related to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth's performance. I don't know the sales numbers for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Nobody knows. Like, what the fuck? How many million did it sell? but that seems less likely. Back in mid-April, analysts observed that the sequel to the monstrously popular first installment, oh, here we go, was reportedly selling about half of what Remake sold in the same time frame. To be fair, too, I mean, Remake was on the PS4, which more people own PS4 than they own PS5. To be fair. I'm not sure that's unexpected, though. 7 Remake not only came out during COVID and was the first of the trilogy. Yeah, okay, so it was on the PS4 as opposed to the PS5, so they say it right there. Either way, Square Enix is going through a phase. Like, why the fuck do you have to write? That just sounds so retarded. Square Enix is going through a phase. Like, shut the fuck up. This writer sucks. I could write a better article. Here's hoping it figures things out, not just because it happens to run one of my favorite MMOs. Oh, Dawn Trail, that's 14. But because it'd be a shame to lose, whatever. Look at this guy's picture. Holy fuck. He's scary looking. What the fuck is going on there? Alright, well, enough of that. What do you guys think? Alright. Looks like Justin's the only one commenting. I saw Mr. H's video on this. Hopefully this was the woke games. I would like Saga game with at least a mid-budget. Jesus Christ, the new one looks like a crappy mobile game. I heard 3 million from somebody. Yeah, the new Saga game looks ridiculous. It's so funny, too, because, like, the characters in it just look weird. They don't look like they would work together. It just, I know Saga, that's the idea. You have the different stories, but there's some characters that it's like, are they really forming a party with this group? It just seems strange. Scorpio says, I heard a Balan Wonderworld. It's a mess. You don't have a way to kill until you get a costume, and many of the costumes use the same powers with no difference. It's glitchy and it fails. Yeah, I never even heard of it. No wonder. But what's going on with... Did Foam Stars even come out? Because I remember Foam Stars... It basically looks like an even shittier version of Splatoon. And it was supposed to be a live service game. Oh, it's out. It released on February 6th. It's only $30. What the fuck? Like, why is Square putting their money in